The happy family in the countryside. Once upon a time, in a small and peaceful village, there lived a happy family. They lived in a beautiful house surrounded by green fields, tall trees, and colorful flowers. The house was white with a red roof, and there was a small garden in front where birds came to sing every morning. The family loved each other very much and always worked together. The family members. The father's name was Ahmed. He was a tall man with kind brown eyes and a big smile. Ahmed was a farmer. Every morning, he would go to the fields to grow vegetables and fruits. He loved his work and always came home with fresh food for the family. The mother's name was Amina. She had long black hair and a gentle voice. Amina was very caring and hardworking. She cooked delicious meals, cleaned the house, and took care of the garden. She loved planting flowers, and the garden was always full of roses, daisies, and sunflowers. The eldest child was Yusuf, a 12-year-old boy. Yusuf was clever and loved to read books. He wanted to be a teacher one day. Every evening, he helped his father in the fields and also helped his younger siblings with their homework. The second child was Salma, a 9-year-old girl. She was cheerful and full of energy. Salma loved to paint pictures of the trees, the flowers, and the animals in the village. She had a small notebook where she kept all her drawings. The youngest child was Sammy, who was only 5 years old. Sammy had curly hair and a laugh that made everyone happy. He loved to play in the garden with his toys and chase butterflies. A day in their life. One sunny morning, the family woke up early. The birds were singing, and the sky was blue. Ahmed went to the fields, and Amina prepared breakfast. She made warm bread, fresh cheese, and mint tea. The children sat at the wooden table and ate happily. After breakfast, Yusuf and Salma helped Amina water the garden. Sammy ran around chasing a small cat that had come to visit. The cat was white with green eyes, and Sammy named it Snowy. Later, the family decided to have a picnic by the river. They packed some food, a blanket, and Salma's drawing notebook. The river was not far from their house. It was surrounded by tall green trees, and the water was so clear that they could see fish swimming. At the picnic, they laughed, talked, and played games. Yusuf told stories from the books he had read. Salma drew a picture of the river and the trees. Sammy picked flowers and gave them to Amina, who smiled and kissed his forehead. Ahmed lay on the blanket, enjoying the peaceful sound of the water. The evening. As the sun started to set, the family walked back home. The sky turned orange and pink, and the air was cool. When they reached their house, Amina made dinner, and everyone sat together to eat. They talked about their day and shared their dreams. After dinner, Ahmed told a funny story about his childhood, and everyone laughed. Then, Amina read a bedtime story to Sammy while Yusuf and Salma helped clean the kitchen. Before going to bed, they all stood in the garden to look at the stars. The sky was full of twinkling lights, and it was a perfect ending to a perfect day. The lesson. This family was not rich, but they were happy because they loved and cared for each other. They enjoyed the simple things in life, working together, playing together, and being grateful for what they had. Their love made their house the happiest place on earth. And so, they lived peacefully, with smiles and warm hearts, forever.